Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 6th going to the 12th of May. So we're going to dive straight in for you guys. Let's see what's going on for you guys, okay? My lovely angels, please, for Capricorn. Let's get a few of these cards, please. We have here and now. I don't know why I had like frankincense. I don't know. All right, let's get a few of these. So the first one you had is here and now, which usually is speaking about it gives a message of don't get too lost in your thoughts. Sometimes when we're thinking too much about the past, it can kind of lead us into a little bit of a downhill spiral mentally. If we're thinking too much about the future, all right, then we start to get anxious, we get worried, we start trying to figure everything out, 10, 12, 100 steps along the line, okay? We're trying to figure things out that just cannot be figured out just yet. We get anxious, we get worried about it. Spirit is trying to bring you back into this moment, saying that it's what you do today, what you choose today, that really is the leading factor of how you're going to get there and how you're going to move away from the past energies. Almost like they're wanting you to be more present here. You also have exchanging gifts coming through. So there is an exchange of something between you and others, whether this is just like an exchanging of talents and skills. You know, there's a phrase saying, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. There could be something like that coming through. You also have breathe as well, which is saying focus on yourself this week. Okay, sometimes we can get a little bit distracted by focusing on what everyone else is doing or the other people in your energy. Maybe there's a little bit of chaos in your circle here. The breathe card is saying focus back on yourself, focus on your breath here, and try not to worry about the distractions that are going on around you. Both of these are really hinting about being present. When you're present, when you're really zoned in on who you are today, this is really where it becomes more beneficial, because if you want to change something, you can take the actions today to change it. If you want to embrace something, it's about, again, what you do today to embrace that builds a habit. Okay, so anyway, whatever it is that you are working on is fine, but maybe you're worried too much about what everyone else is doing, that you're shaking things up a little bit, not feeling good enough or whatever. You could be quite empathic or emotional this week. When that breathe card comes in, you're very sensitive to the outside noise, so zone it back into yourself. Spend some time in the quiet space, Capricorn, if you are able to, because it might help you to refocus again back to yourself. This could be spiritually, emotionally, or again just mentally, whatever it is. Come back to self. All right, let's get you a few more, Capricorn. You have patience coming in. Again, don't worry about the timing of something. It will happen when it needs to. This kind of reminds me of the Temperance card. So, both have an angel on it. So you definitely could have some angels around you at this time, Capricorn. People in your, in your energy field, people who may have passed, or just your guardian angels are really saying everything is okay. Focus on the here and now. Don't focus about what you're trying to bring in, because it will happen. Let's get you a few more. You have thinking man coming through. This could be you, could be advice from someone around you, but either way, there is some clarity coming through this week. This man is looking into the clear quartz, and all of a sudden everything makes much more sense. So if you're feeling again a bit chaotic, come back to the moment. Some of you will really benefit from like meditation or just sitting in silence or just being in your own energy. Releasing the need to control something and being patient is kind of similar to silencing the mind a little bit to get more focus and to get the answers. So I feel like there is definitely some clarity coming through. And it could be from another person. Someone might say something and it just rings true for you, and it gives you the answer that you've been waiting for. But let's see what else is happening. We have prayer. Maybe that's what they're asking you to do here, is to make sure you're asking for what it is that you want. If you want clarity, if you want answers, if you want a certain lifestyle, make sure that you are asking for it. What's interesting is I said this to, I don't remember what sign it was, but it's coming up for you here about, making lemonade out of lemons here. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So in a way, if you've been through some challenges and life has thrown lemons at you, whatever that means in your story, what can you do with this? For some of you, like specifically, like now I'm seeing like when life throws you lemon, it's not even just about making lemonade. Like now you get to sell the lemonade. So some of you could be actually creating a financially rewarding idea out of something that came to you by an accident, or something that came to you as a challenge. Let's say, I don't know, you ended up in a really shitty relationship, for example, life threw lemons at you, right? Not only were you able to learn a lot now about what relationships you do want, but now you can help other people who are going through the same thing, or anything like that. Same in business, same in whatever area of your life. It feels like there's something you can actually profit off of or benefit from, even if it's not financially. Like, I'm just seeing like random, but let's carry on, Capricorn. Like, you guys can actually strike gold with an opportunity here based on something that comes to you as a challenge. This card is coming up for everybody this week. No word of a lie. Not even just this week, the last few weeks, forgiveness has really been center focus. So collectively, everyone is really being called to focus on where we need to let go of any resentments or any anger that we have to people still, okay? It can be quite beneficial to you. All right, let's see one more. And you've balance. Interesting. Balance is kind of like justice, where we're having to really kind of face the truth of a situation to bring to balance an area of your life. People might not be happy about it. I'm getting a sense here that you're in high demand, Capricorn. People are wanting a lot of your time and energy, or they're needing you, or whatever it is. But maybe you're feeling out of balance in your own life because of what you're having to give to everybody else. Like, it could be a little bit of that coming through, in which case, whatever it is, in order to bring a balance, not everyone is going to enjoy what the conclusion is. Whether it's what you come to, whether you're the one creating balance here, or whether it's just balance being restored in your life and maybe you're not super happy with it. But regardless, a balance is being restored. Could just be karma in some way. Not saying that you have bad karma. It's not that. If you've been good, then you'll have good karma. Maybe somebody else who wishes bad on you is now pissed. It could be anything like that. Whatever it is, in order to bring balance, we have to kind of accept that some people aren't going to agree with it. So, there is a little bit of that coming through here. I'm going to get you some keywords and we're going to go into your tarot. Let's see for my lovely Capricorns, please. You have courage. I like that. One more. And you have abundance. I like that. I'm feeling like really nauseous all of a sudden. Let's go with courage. This says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Maybe that's what you need to do in order to restore balance, is to be courageous, to understand not everyone is going to appreciate what it is that you're going to do next. Some people may be out of jealousy. Other people, maybe it impacts them and they don't like it. But whatever it is, you have really good cards. I just think is that you need to kind of detach a little bit from the things that are trying to bring you down. Maybe, I don't know who is in your energy field. I don't know what it is, but anyway, you have abundance. This says, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So affirm that. Write it in the comments if it helps you out as well to affirm it. But this is really about how you attract in abundance, is by believing you're deserving of it. All right, anyway, let's have a little look and see. Let's get 3 cards please for Capricorn's energy. Knight of Pentacles, such a Capricorn card. All right, this is really about planting seeds, investing in things, thinking about the long term, the future. Your actions today absolutely do make a difference. So maybe this is just you trying to work towards self-development, so that later on in life, in a year's time, you've built really good habits for yourself. Or it could be financially, could be career-wise. Regardless, the Knight of Pentacles is slowly but surely collecting these pentacles, planting seeds along the way, and will eventually be able to harvest all of that. You could be learning new things or being guided to learn new things, okay? Or to really do the groundwork in something, okay? 2 more for Capricorn. You have the King of Cups and the 5 of Wands. It could be some emotional challenge. Like I said with the Breathe card, there definitely is a few like emotional situations happening, things that might kind of get to you a little bit. The King of Cups is a little bit of a reminder to stay on top of those overwhelming feelings. There is some conflict. This can be conflict, competition, maybe a competitive industry, for example, if it's to do with work. The King of Cups is to be I'm hearing it's something really random, but like be as cool as a cucumber. Don't allow the pressure to get to you. I'm feeling like this pressure There's pressure. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the other phrases they're throwing at me. I don't know if I'm quick enough to grab them. Let me see. It's just, I really feel like you need to focus on not letting the pressure get to you. I'm going to clarify the 5 of Wands, but you do have the 2 of Swords here, which is very similar. It just feels like you and somebody else in conflict, or this can be parts of our mind. Sometimes it could just be trying to wrestle with those emotions that are trying to come up and cause chaos. You're trying to bring them back down, simmer them down, maybe in a compassionate way. If there's conflict going on around you and you're the mediator, again, some people might not like the conclusion that you come to this week, but again, I feel like you're in a good position. Why is the 5 of Wands here? The Hanged Man. Okay. It's like looking at something from a different perspective here. There definitely is enlightenment. You have the Tower card here as well. When that comes through with the Hanged Man, you're definitely learning through a difficult situation, through a conflicting situation. Maybe you're learning better how to deal with competition and conflict, or people with different opinions to yourself. You're definitely gaining enlightenment through some sort of chaotic time. What's the challenge, please, for Capricorn this week? Page of Wands, Temperance, which is just like the Patience card. Oh, we have something underneath there. Get grounded. You are a grounded sign anyways, but when we have the Temperance and the 7 of Cups, definitely there is a little bit of overwhelm coming through. The 7 of Cups is like confusion, illusion sometimes. It's like fantasy world. I definitely feel like there is some creativity coming up your way. Because you have the Page of Wands as well, which again is about creativity, it's about being childlike, it's about, there's a phrase coming to my mind here of like, what do you no, I can't get the phrase. Why is it so like hard for me to get it? I'm just being reminded, like when children are young, they just want to be these crazy things. They want to do these crazy things because they don't really know much about what it takes to get there. It's just very childlike. It's very fun. It's very passionate, very creative, very, using their imagination. It's great. And I feel like they're wanting you to do that. But the challenge is also at the same time allowing yourself to ground it. So for example, maybe some of you get a lot of ideas, but you never really ground them. You never really build off of them. So if that's the case, do what you say you're going to do. Capricorn, for some of you, it could be a hobby. All right. It's passionate energy. It's about ideas, projects. Make sure you're doing it, because 7 of Cups is like very Piscean energy. It's like running away with the fairies a little bit in fantasy land. Like, oh my God, this is going to happen. This is going to go over here, but never really doing the groundwork for it to actually happen. Temperance about patience. She's taking her time to ground herself, to ground the thing that she's, working on here, so that later on it actually can, come into fruition here. So your challenge is that. 3 of Cups as well is about celebration. Because this is in your challenge position, again, it could be a little bit about your community or friendships, could be a little bit of like a conflict or a challenge there. Even if it's just someone who's just disagreeing with you this week or whatever, I think you are, again, stable and in control of it anyway. But this is a really good card for celebrating something that's hatching here, which is good. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Again, a need for patience. All right, advice please for Capricorn. Queen of Cups, 9 of Swords. That's interesting. There's a message. Okay, I have to split this. One more, please, then. Advice for Capricorn. 2 of Pentacles. So we do have two. We have a King and a Queen of Cups. So I'm just going to quickly speak to those of you who are like dating or in relationships. Like this person might be struggling a little bit with their thoughts and feelings and trying to bring balance into their life. Okay, you could definitely, maybe that's what's conflicting around you, and you're also trying to figure things out in your life, and someone else around you could be going a little bit, I don't know, assuming the worst of a situation, or maybe they're just going through a bit of a nightmare situation as well. 2 of Pentacles about bringing to balance something here. Both of you balancing on your own thing maybe is going to be more beneficial. Maybe that's something to bring up. If this is someone around you, someone is really trying. I don't know if you're becoming too busy or the two of you are becoming busy and it's threatening the relationship. I think everything's going to be okay. Now, for those of you outside of relationships, this can again be a part of yourself. And advice would be for you, ground it. Like, it's the same thing. Bring to balance how you're feeling here. Make sure that you are staying on top of it, because the Nine of Swords is sometimes, about overthinking, thinking the worst case scenario. And the Queen of Cups can sometimes definitely let her emotions get to her a little bit. There's a fine line between intuition and anxiety and paranoia. So it's almost like that. Like, some of you your emotions, it definitely feel like you're in your emotions this week. King and Queen of Cups being the only people cards here, aside from the Knight of Pentacles, your emotions could be quite worried about something that you're trying to bring to life. But as long as you're clear about it and planting seeds towards it and definitely grounding it, then there is ultimately success for you. Okay? Just remember that. Have an abundant mindset about it, okay? Think clearly about it. Make sure that you're grounding it, building the foundations. I think it's very important, and having the courage to go after it. This is interesting because, again, facing fear with confidence. They're reminding me of a thing. You could be quite scared to start something or to work with somebody else. Maybe Two of Pentacles is about being really busy, balancing maybe two things. Like, maybe that's about having two jobs or two streams of income or whatever. There is fear here to start something or to balance something. But again, feel the fear and do it anyway is the vibes coming through. If you know it's something that you want to do and you know it's something that is going to be good for you later down the line, but it just scares you, feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay? I don't know why it's reminding me of when I went skydiving for the first time, and there was a surprise from a friend. I always wanted to do skydiving, but when it's a surprise, I was like, I'm not mentally ready for this. And that might be how you're feeling this week, is that you don't feel very mentally ready for something. But I did it anyway. I felt the fear. I said to myself, well, this is something I've always wanted to do, and I have the opportunity to do it. So am I going to deny myself something I eventually am going to do anyway? Why would I do that to myself? So I felt the fear and I did it anyway, and still is one of the most beautiful experiences I've ever had in my life. So for some of you, again, that could be a little bit of a message. Don't know why I've not spoken about that actually on this channel, I don't think, but it definitely was the most beautiful experience ever, and one that I was so happy I did. So that could be a message for some of you. You might not be skydiving, but you might definitely be feeling like maybe an opportunity has come through for you, but because of your worry about the future and what if it doesn't work out, you might not be allowing yourself to go forward into something. So that could be your message, but do a little prayer. Ask for clarity. You will find it. Be patient. Don't rush it. But yeah, my angels, I love you guys. I hope this has helped in some way. I send you guys all my love. And I hope to see you guys next time. Make sure that you let me know in the comments if it resonated with you. And if you enjoy these videos, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you wish. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an amazing week, Capricorn. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.